How's it going, everyone? Today I'm gonna show you guys how to turn your Jordan 10 Lady Liberty into something like this. It's a super simple, easy to do custom. All you're basically doing is turning all the silver upper into a black upper, and just got these rope laces from Laced Up Laces. Gives it a nice little look. I actually got this idea from looking at someone's Instagram picture, so it's not something that I originally came up with or anything like that, but I'll just go ahead and show you guys how to get this done. Alright, so here are a few things that you're going to need to accomplish this. First off, you're going to need to remove some of the finisher and some of the darker spots on the silver. The silver's not going to come completely off, but some of these darker spots, they are going to come off, and so is the finisher. It's important to get that off, or else you're not going to be able to lay down the new paint on nicely. So to take that off, you've probably seen this in other videos, but you could either use a nail polish remover, which is basically acetone, or if you go to like a hardware store or something like that, you could just get straight up acetone. But it's basically the same thing. This is going to do the job, and you're just going to use that with cotton swabs or Q-tips. Q-tips are to get into those little close areas where you don't want to accidentally acetone off something else, and then these cotton swabs in the bigger areas. Once that's completely off, I like to always hit it up with the dryer and just dry it out before you start off your next step. That way you're not waiting a lot of time for things to dry. Then we're going to hit it with the Angelus flat black. Oops, there we go. The flat black Angelus paint. And what we're going to do, and I'll show you in the video, is you're just going to go light strokes, or light paint, actually I should say, light paint throughout the whole shoe. And you're going to do that about maybe 4 coats. It all depends on what you think looks good. Once that's completely done and you get it to the point where you like it, the way it looks, then you're going to hit it with the finisher. I like to use a matte finisher so it's not so super shiny. And that's an Angelus matte finisher. And I mix that just with a bit of Angelus Duller as well. It's up to you how much of these two you want to mix. And also I suggest when you are putting it on, I'll show you later, you're not putting on where it's completely drenched. You're just putting just enough to get it out. And in between steps, in between paint, always drying. In between all steps, I'm pretty much just drying, so I'm not waiting hours to get it done. Brushes, you can order some brushes from Angelus as well. Like this one right here I got from Angelus. Or you can just, if you have some other paint brushes that you use for any other painting, you can use that as well. And let's get started. So now, as you can see, most of the darker spots are completely out, and the silver is obviously still there. But the whole point of getting the acetone on there is mainly to get the finisher off, and all the other, like the dark spots that they put to make it look like a metal. The silver, getting that off, that's not going to happen, so don't worry about that. And that only took about a few minutes, maybe like 4 minutes or so to do. You know, depending on how hard you hit it with the acetone. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I would just, try to avoid getting it on the sole, and on these other spots out here, any other place that you don't want to get paint on. Do try to remember to get acetone on there, because that right there is going to change color as well. So okay, at this point, acetone dries up pretty quick, so you could choose or choose not to hit it with the blow dryer. Right now it's actually pretty dry, so I'm not gonna hit it with the blow dryer just right now. We could actually start with the painting now. So what I use is this medium-sized brush. Now I kind of like to do is start off with a section. So maybe I'll start off, you can see where it's sewed here, and probably just do all this area first. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna, you know, put light amount of brush, or I'm sorry, light amount of paint on there. You know, each time, each round or coat that you're putting on paint. And at first it's gonna look like, whoa, this is gonna take a while to get done. But trust me, like once you do this, I'd say at least 4 coats, it'll start to look really good. And once the finisher's on, it'll look even better. But yeah, you're just trying to apply some on here. It doesn't have to be complete coverage at all. And if you miss some spots the first round or the first coat, no worries. You could fix that up, no problem. Especially a simple paint like this, where it's just a black paint. You know, it's not a big deal if you don't get it on perfect, especially the first tries. So I'm gonna continue on with that. Alright, so this is after 1 coat of paint. As you can see, the black really takes over a lot really quick, but it's obviously not done, not perfect, and those imperfections will get fixed with the 2nd, 3rd, 4th coat. Up to you how many coats you want to do. So I'll do that now, and I mean, you get the gist of the painting, so I'll just record what it looks like, you know, after a couple more coats. Alright folks, so here you have it after a 2nd coat, and from the looks of it, I think a 4th coat might be optional, not necessary, or not a necessity. I will do a 3rd coat for sure. You might not see in the video, but there are a few spots that are still not completely covered on the shoe that are, yeah, probably not showing on the video. But yeah, again, a 4th coat might be an optional thing. It all depends on how much you get on there, how much you lay down each coat. So yeah, I'll do the 3rd one and get back at him here. Alright, this is after 3 coats, and from what I can see, this is all I'm gonna need. I'm not going to do a 4th coat of paint. So after this, after I blow dried it, I'm just going to now put some finisher and some duller on it, and all that needs is just one really light coat, and you could do that all in one shot, and you're pretty much done. After drying that, the shoe will be complete as far as paint. Then I'll throw on some laces, from laced up laces after that, and we'll be completely done. So I'll do the finisher right now. So again, we're using the Angelus matte finisher. There's different kinds. There's like a satin finisher as well that I've used in other shoes, but the matte actually I like the best. It doesn't have that super duper shiny. It just has a little bit of shine to it. So I'm just basically pouring some of this into the cap itself. I'm not gonna lie, as far as like coming up with how much to use, how much to mix with the duller, I'm completely just eyeballing it. I'm just guessing, just from experience. So I apologize if I can't answer your questions about how much do you use. Well, basically I'm just putting in a small amount of duller compared to the finisher itself. Some people watching the video who've had experience with this might say like, whoa, that's way too much duller, or I don't know what the heck I'm doing. That's totally fine. I agree. So I'm just gonna mix that up right there. And I'm just gonna basically put part of the brush in there. Because like I said, you don't need a lot of this. And it's gonna run. It's gonna come out really wet and run around the shoe. So I would just use that amount for pretty much the entire shoe, maybe a little bit more. And I'll show you. When you get it on there, it's just basically a wet paint look to it. So you're just getting it on there. This is actually probably the least amount I've gotten on the brush before. Before I would probably drip all over the place. The brush would, not me. So you see how it's like that milky white look to it? Don't worry about that. You're not getting the paint off. You're not getting white on it either. It's just, that's just the color of the finisher. So now I'm done with the finisher. As you can see, it does have a bit of a shine to it, giving it that, you know, black leather look that it has. And only when you really look close at it, you might be able to see like some imperfections as far as like maybe where I got the finisher on there. See, like right there at that spot right there. Might be able to fix that with just adding some more, but hey, I'm not picky. I'm just going to be wearing these shoes out. I'm not doing this to win any kind of like competition on customs or anything like that. This is just purely just for myself, just making the video just to show you guys that, you know, if you're just at home and you're thinking like, hey, it'd be nice to do this custom, you could do it. It's super simple. You don't have to have anyone like do this for you. I think honestly this is one of the easiest ones you can do, compared especially to some of the couple other ones I've done before on different shoes, which I'll post videos on later. But next we're just going to put on the laces, which on a rope lace it's super simple. You know, you're just going around here and that's it. So I'll show you that so you can get that look like this one right here. So again, to get these laces, basically I went on to Laced Up Laces. This is the packaging that it comes in. This one obviously is not the one I'm putting on. It's because I already took the other one out of the box when I put this one on. But here's the lace itself, the other lace. And yeah, Laced Up Laces. Yeah. This one's the Tiffany and black rope. And it's pretty popular on their site, so you won't have a hard time finding it on there. Alright, so there you have it. Completely done. Flat black paint. Jordan 10 Liberty, or Lady Liberty, with the Tiffany and black rope laces from Laced Up Laces. The matte black from Angelus Paint. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions about any like the products or anything about getting this custom done, or you know, things you might need to get it done, please go ahead, leave a comment, and I'll try to reply as best as I can. Thanks for watching.